I am balancing you because I'm using my cell phone because I think that's the only way I can figure out how to chat while I do this. But I have some more sales going out today and I thought I would share them with you. I had over $800 in sales. I had 2 on Poshmark, the rest, which was 26 on eBay. I list 28 a day, so I'm about at reseller nirvana. Let me go through and do my Poshmark, my one Poshmark. The other one that I had to cancel because I sold it on eBay was a swimsuit. That was a bummer. This is a silver tab denim jacket. It's vintage. I got it in a bag sale. Here it is. It's like flannel lined. And yeah, I washed it. Oh, I think I might have to. I washed it and I think I may not have dried it as quickly as I thought. So I will be throwing this one in before the mailman comes one more time. All right. The next one I have is cargo shorts. I tell you, I should do not these. Number 702. Where did they go? Yes, did I grab the wrong ones? 702. Yes, I grabbed the wrong ones. This is 698. They're both green, so I grabbed the wrong ones. But I should do a sell-through rate check in my store on anything with the word cargo in it, because cargo seems to be selling everything. These are J. Crew cargo, like it's the weathered, broken in cargo shorts. Again, if you're new here, my cost of goods is $3, and it's always $3 because I purchase my inventory with, I guess, cash envelopes. The cash envelope method, that basically means I give myself a budget of $600 every week, and once that money's gone, the money's gone. So if I can get things for $1, I can get more items, and maybe I'll go to like more expensive stores like the Goodwill, but I try to stick to bag sales. That's where I save a ton of money. These are going to Las Vegas, first class, 11 ounces. You have to be really careful with cargo shorts. Don't assume they're first class. The men's are always over a pound for me. So I really focus on keeping my cost of goods low. I need to grab my postal bins. I think a lot of times as resellers, we think getting more money, the way to get us more money is to list more items, but in the end, you're just spending more money to make more money, and sometimes you got to think outside the box. So for me, that meant I had to look at how can I cut expenses, how can I hire someone to do things that I know are easy to teach. For me, that was taking pictures. And then so I could focus more on finding low cost inventory. And so that's how I've been able to maximize my profits. I have this quilt. I bought this at a thrift store for $15. It's handmade, it's a rag quilt. It did have some damage. I didn't notice this was taped. I'm gonna have to message the buyer. I might not be shipping this one yet. I might have to message the buyer. A lot of times, this one, I did note it did have damage, but a lot of times they'll take it anyway because people will upcycle. They'll make things out of the patchwork. So I do this as well. So like I'll just take the top layer and use it as fabric because it's really interesting fabric. And then I'll just like throw out the batting, and the back part is usually just like a sheet, so you can either upcycle that for something else, but a lot of people will just buy the top. So if you're at the bins, these could be kind of heavy, I guess, at the bins. But if you see some really cool ones that have hand stitching, and you'll know that it's hand stitching because it looks very uneven on the edges, I would look up the prices. Look up the prices on what you could get for something similar. I had this listed for $50. They sent me an offer for $35, and I took it. But I will wait on shipping that one because I'm not sure. I might have to message them about that. I didn't catch it. It looked like fabric, but I think it's actually tape, which is really strange. So I might be able to just take the tape off. I don't know why there's tape. Oh, I don't even know why there's tape. It's fine. Okay, never mind. I don't need to message them. It looked like fabric when I took pictures of it because it's just a red and white stripe. Yeah. That was weird. Okay. Never mind. I will ship this. So it's only going to New York, so it won't be too bad. And I usually do calculated shipping for things like this. So that's 2 pounds and 10 ounces. And I use my, I have a store, so I get the coupon every quarter, and I always purchase their biggest poly mailers. These are great for shipping bulky items. That cost me $7.74 to ship to New York. Anything on the East Coast is reasonable shipping for me, but the West Coast kills me. I kind of wish I lived in the Midwest, so it was just evened out. If you resell in Chicago, you're lucky. Except that you don't have a bins, or I think you have one in I think you have to go to Indiana for the bins there. I have a pretty large bundle. It's 4 items. I have 3 dresses and a skirt, or 2 dresses, a skirt, and then a jacket skirt suit set. This is new with tags, just a linen dress. It sold for $25.87. I have another dress that sold for $25.87. It's a crinkle rayon dress. I'm not unfolding everything. Let me know if you guys want me to unfold everything. Dresses are great sellers. This is a jacket. It's wide well corduroy. Jacket and matching skirt. And a vintage Calvin Klein denim skirt. So the skirt and jacket sold for $24.75, and this skirt sold for $28.75. These were all full price offers because I have a shipping discount in my store. So she only paid $9.99 to ship all of this. If you pay full price and you buy 2 or more items, they ship for $9.99 in the store. So this ended up being over $100 in items, and then $10 for the shipping. So really good profit for this one. And it's 4 pounds, 4 ounces. Let's see how much this is gonna cost me to ship. $9.15. That coupon that I have, it does get me a lot of bundles, so that's nice. So it's going to New York, so it wasn't too bad. If this was going to go to California, it would be a lot more. Okay, let's keep going. I have a linen blouse, a J. Jill linen blouse. And I sold this on an offer to someone. I listed it very quickly because I just picked this up on Friday. So they accepted my offer of $24.44, which is low for these in this size. This is a size 2X. But I listed mine lower because I wasn't sure about the color. Usually for J. Jill, popular colors are like light blue, gray, pink. I wasn't sure about this yellow, but it is, I guess, springy. It's 9 ounces. The shipping's $5.04. It's going to Minnesota. I know a lot of people talk about how summer slowdown happens really quickly, or like it starts around this time, but I find that the spring is my best time to sell. Q4 is not good for me at all. I think it's just like what I sell, people aren't really focused on. They're focused on Christmas presents. All right, I have another item. I think this was also a bundle. Sometimes they don't do the bundles correctly. This was another dress. This one I had relisted because it didn't sell for a while, but I knew someone would want it. It's vintage and it has this really cool like batik print, and it's like an actual batik print. It's just green. It sold on offer for $9.37. I sent out an offer. It's 14 ounces. Plus they pay $8.99 shipping. Be $6.78 shipped. Is an LL Bean denim dress. Anything vintage LL Bean in dresses sells for me. Definitely look them up. If you see a vintage LL Bean nightgown or a dress, like a women's, definitely look it up. Some of them might be slower if they're kind of plain, but the plaid ones do best. Like the plaid nightgowns. I sold, it's going to be in this shipping, you'll see it. I sold a robe in 24 hours. That was LL Bean. I guess it's very expensive retail, I guess. This is a vintage denim LL Bean dress, and it sold for $21.99. I'm thinking I sent out an offer. Even the smaller sizes. It's going all the way to California. I sell so much to California. But I think it's because I do flat shipping. I think if I did calculated, I don't think they would pay it. It would be ridiculous. So I have to just do calculated on bigger items. Anything else goes in a flat rate, or I just lose so much money on shipping when it comes to California, or anywhere in the West Coast. Even Arizona is ridiculous. I'm guessing that's the same zone. I don't know. How do you guys deal with shipping if you're like on the West Coast to the East Coast or vice versa? That's just the best way I find not to lose money. This item sold very quickly. This is a great Y2K item, and it goes to show size doesn't always matter, because this was a size 0 and it sold very quickly. It is a vintage Y2K mini skirt, a frayed mini skirt from Abercrombie and Fitch. It sold for, I had it listed for $32.75, and it sold for full price. They didn't even send an offer. They just took it. Some people list these kinds of skirts for double that. I only paid $2 or $3 for it. So I try to just do like bucket pricing for my items based on like cool factors. So $32.75 is the most I'll list a skirt for, unless it's very rare, like that Betsy Johnson skirt I had. And that's like my top tier will be $32.75. Because I just don't like holding on to items. And this didn't even have a great sell-through rate, but I think that's just because of the season that we're in. I think in a few months, the sell-through rate will be crazy for an item like that. This was an older item. It was just a rayon shirt that I got in a thread up box. I'm almost done with all of my thread up stuff. It's just this black and white print. And it had a smocked bodice. It's 12 ounces. It was an extra large. It sold for $5. They sent me an offer. I took it. I'm just trying to clear that stuff out. How have your sales been? Tell you, since I've turned on promoted listings, and I did that video, I talked about it yesterday, so check it out if you have a chance. I did a video on promoted listings and like I shared my data, so if you have a chance, check that out. Okay, I see I have 4 people watching. Hey guys, let me know if you have any questions about how I source, how I price things, what my process is. I started reselling when eBay started, when I was in college. Well, I guess no, because eBay started like the mid-90s. I did this when I was in college, like in 2002. Just on and off since then. And I'm finally taking it seriously. And I enjoy it. I don't like having a boss, so. And this lets me kind of work around my husband's schedule. He is not one. He likes to have an office. He's very social. He needs people. I've tried to convince him to do this with me and he says no way. He likes having a job, so. All right, my next item is a maxi skirt, a denim maxi skirt. These are another great Y2K item. If you go around college campuses and just look at what people are wearing, it gives you a great idea of what to pick up. These modest looking denim skirts. This one is by St. John's Bay and they did a lot of them. It sold on an offer. I had it listed for $28.75 and it sold for $24.44 because I sent out a 15% off offer. Ooh, and it's less than a pound. And again, it's Kona, California. Wait, was this also? Oh yeah, why did this not? Oh no, 2 different people. Very similar names. 2 different items, same style. Okay, I thought that I had a combined order that was separated. Okay, so first class to California is almost like priority. Like it's very similar. First, they've got to raise the prices soon, I imagine. Okay, I've got 17 more items to ship out. Oh, I keep doing that. I keep wrinkling. And it won't scan, so if you ever do this, they won't type in the number for you. You will get a ding, so you have to reprint it. So I'm a pretty small seller though. I do have a high schooler who comes in and helps me a couple days a week, just taking pictures, but I could do this all by myself. I just don't like taking pictures. So I get all that work. So this is an older item that sold for $9.37. It's just like a rayon grunge dress. It's like sleeveless. It was kind of faded. I probably picked it up at the bins or something. 7 ounces. Someone purchased it for $9.37 because I sent out an offer. And my golf stuff is really starting to sell as well, like the Nike golf pullovers. So I would definitely pick those up. Shorts are starting to sell. Anything cargo, like a men's cargo, women's cargo skirts, women's cargo skirts. Those have a crazy sell-through rate, even right now. Cargo pants. Some cargo capris. Like, I think the cargo capris that have the drawstrings in the hem, those will do well. But like Gloria Vanderbilt cargo capris are not. I'm not sure those are what you need to pick up. I need to do a little more research. I've just been looking at like item by item. So this is just this is a Adidas Climalite like golf pullover. This sold for $6.50. Someone sent me an offer, and I got this in a men's thread up box, and I'm not picking those up anymore. I just don't have the space to do like mystery boxes like that. When you are in a small space, you just have to be really selective. I only have this shelving system behind me and this one shelf. So I only can get things that will sell quickly. I list 28 a day, and I have to keep my store below 2,400 items. I want to expand on this wall in my garage, and I think I could probably get up to 4,000 items. But I'm also starting to feel really burnt out. I don't know if you guys start to feel burnt out. I think you get to a point sometimes in your business, like a mental block, where you feel like you can't slow down, because if you slow down, it all falls apart because you are your business, which is probably why I should get a full-time employee. But I don't know. That's also a huge commitment. Okay. Oh, these are some Talbots pants. Talbots, the larger sizes do really well. These were 20 WP, which is petite, and they are 100% linen. I had them listed for $24.75. Someone sent me an offer for $17, and I accepted. Talbots, larger sizes, does really, really well. Especially look in the blazers section. Look for larger size blazers. I want to say last time I checked, it was like a 300% sell-through rate. These are only 12 ounces. And it'll be $5 to ship, and they're going to Nebraska. These I probably listed way too low. There's some cargo shorts. They're vintage. They're Realtree, which I've been doing some research on camo. Realtree is a company, it's trademarked, but it's also a print. It looks like a real tree. And these were made in the USA, but I think, oh, they didn't have a tag. But I didn't think they would be popular or like sell for a ton because they were pleated in the front, and I thought men only really like flat front. But they paid full price and they sold in a couple days, so I was probably wrong. All right. I moved to Virginia a couple years ago, so I'm starting to pick up a lot more men's like hunting stuff. It does really well for me. I sold like an overall, like a vintage mossy oak coverall set a couple days ago in less than an hour for $85, and I thought I had it priced kind of high, but I think it was the size. It was a 2XL. And the guy messaged me, he's like, can you send it Monday? I'll pay more, but I already ship on Monday. So I was like, no, you don't have to pay me more. But he really wanted that. So those shorts, those sold for $18.75 full price. I don't think I mentioned that. All right, this is the last ones in this box. Then I have another box. These are some Nike track pants. I think they might have been vintage. They're just navy blue, but like Nike track pants and the basketball shorts, they do really well. I don't like to sell activewear, but I will. I feel like the elastic can get shot or stretched, and even if it's still stretchy, it's not the original stretch, so I feel really weird about picking it up. So I just try to stay away from it. Okay, those are going to Texas. Next item is a Levi's track jacket from like, it's like Y2K from the 90s. It's like color blocked. Let's see, this weighs, oh, it's less than a pound. It's 13 ounces. Someone paid $14.34 for this. I think I had it listed for $18.75 and sent an offer maybe. Or maybe it was on sale and then I sent an offer. It's going international. Some pajamas. Tell you what, jammies. I wish I could find enough. I would just sell those. It's so easy to pick them up in the thrift store. And they're never overpriced, I feel. These are Jones, New York. Jammy sets or nightgowns, or the satin robes do really well. This is just a pair of brushed back satin pajamas. Brushed back satin is like a matte sort of satin, and then it has this like flannel interior, and people search brushed back satin pajamas. So I would look it up if you find any. I always tell people, if you want to start with women's, I would start in the jammies and intimate section first and just learn that one. I feel like it's easier and it's smaller to go through it in the thrift store, so it's not as overwhelming. So these sold on offer for $15.94. And most two-piece jammies I pay $2 for. This is another set of jammies. This is a different brand. Carol Hockman is the brand. I'll show you the label because you'll find this a lot in the thrift store and people don't touch it. I don't know why. She did in the 90s, she did a lot of floral jammies, and they have a very English cottage feel to them. And I would put that keyword in your title, English cottage or French cottage. People look for jammies like that. This is not a French cottage look. I would say if anything had like a cabbage rose print on it, I would use that keyword. I mean, I probably could have used that keyword, but I don't think I did in this one. Because this brand will sell on its own. But let me show you. This is the name. I think it's pronounced Carol Hockman. Carol with an E, H-O-C-H. In my store, she has a really good sell-through rate, this brand. I'm not sure if she still makes clothes. But these are just knit pants and a shirt. And it's less than a pound. These sold for $15.94. So I listed them for $18.75. They sold for $15.94 and very quickly. I've only had these listed for a week or two. Now, most of my items will just sell on the offer that I send out, and that's because I don't allow counter offers. Next item is an older item that I got in the ThredUp box. I get a lot of cabbie in ThredUp boxes. It doesn't do very well. It'll do okay in the larger sizes, but not in the smaller sizes. And I think these were like a size 6. Cropped black pants, just plain pull-on pants. And they sold for $6.37. Yeah, 50% off. I think I had them listed for $12.75. So if I have it originally listed for $12.75, I definitely didn't pick it up. It's something that I got in a lot and I'm just trying to get rid of it. I try not to pick up anything that I can't list for $18.75 or more. $18.75 plus $8.99 is kind of the lowest I want to go. Next item is something I had relisted. I got this in a lot from a rag house. Oh, I did it again. I have to reprint that label. So I got it. It's like an Aztec woven cotton print. I had to relist it because nobody was buying it. And then I relist it and it sells immediately. So relist your items. If you think they're good, sometimes they just need to be freshened up. I would just do new pictures over drastically doing a sale. I think you'll get more traction with a new listing at a lower price than putting it on like a 75% offer sale. Because I don't think something that's 75% off is as desirable, looks as desirable as something that is listed originally, like new, something new at a lower price. And people do sign up for your store, so they know when you list items. I have 1,000 followers, I think, on my eBay store. And I'll sometimes send them a coupon. I stopped doing public coupons though. I'm gonna stop doing them for about 3 months and see what happens. So far what's happening is my average sale price is increasing. But I'll turn it back on and kind of see if it helps my sales. Because at the end of the day, I only care about the amount of money that's going in my bank account. I don't care what my sales are. I want to know what's going in my bank account and coming out of it. I think we get really caught up in the sales. I think YouTube resellers have really pushed that. Like that's kind of what gets clicks. But I think if you're not willing to share what's going in your bank account, it's very hard to garner trust. Because you just don't know what it takes to get that big sales amount. Like you can have a $500,000 business, but if a $500,000 business can be losing money, it can be bleeding money. All right, oh, this is a crushed velvet dress. It's a size 18-20, it's vintage. It's very goth. This is crushed velvet. It has like that texture to it. And it had a corset lace up. If it has anything that laces up, I would use the keyword corset lace up. It's kind of heavy. Ugh. This is going to someone in the UK, and they kept going back and forth with me on the price, and I just kept declining until they finally sent a decent offer. I think because they are paying a lot for shipping, and I get it, but I'm not making a ton on your shipping, so it kind of doesn't matter to me. I just don't have sympathy. I'm sorry. I gotta make money. Okay, Hugo Boss. I got this in a thread-up box. This is not a brand I would probably pick up, like maybe more like bigger pieces like coats, but this is just a button-up shirt. It sold for $8.85. In those thread-up boxes, you can sometimes get nice stuff, but a lot of times it's small. It's like men's small, and that is not a good size to sell. You will hold on to it forever. Next is another like golf pullover. This one is the Nike brand. Same thing as the Adidas, it's just Nike. I'll tell you what this sold for. I got that in a thread-up box as well. It sold for $11.25. Someone sent me an offer. It's 14 ounces. This is another cargo item, I think. All right, this is a cargo maxi skirt with a drawstring waist. Someone sent me an offer for $15. I had it listed for $18.75, and it sold pretty quickly. I accepted their $15 offer. This I listed last night. It sold in like 12 hours. It's an ultra soft LL Bean robe. I picked it up in a bag sale on Monday and it sold very quickly. They sent me, I had it listed for $28.75 because this one did have one stain on the front, and they sent me an offer for $18.75 plus $10 shipping, and I took it. Yes, I could have made more money, but fast money is better than slow money, or fast money is better than big money, in my opinion, unless it's like a super rare item. I only paid in that sale, my average, when that bag sale that I went to, I think I paid $2 per item. So I'm still netting a pretty good amount. Oh, I gotta put this in a flat rate. It's going to Washington State. So these like legal ones, you can fit really bulky items in it. I don't like packing into them. They're kind of more work than a poly mailer, but they save you a lot of money. All right, we have 2 more items and I'm done with my shipping for today. This is a crinkle skirt. Again, maxi skirts. Maxi skirts are great to pick up. Knee-length skirts, not so much unless they're like a cargo style, really. This is like crinkle rayon. I picked it up for $1 at an estate sale. Estate sales are hit or miss for me. I try to only find the ones that are run by family members trying to get rid of items instead of companies, because companies will mark it up because they want to make money. Estate sales run by family members, they're really trying to get rid of items, so they will price them lower, and like it's a very stressful time for them, so they really want to price, like, just get rid of stuff, because they're having to now deal with the sale of a house, getting rid of all their belongings, and I imagine it's a lot of work. This sold for $14, so $1 into 14. They sent me an offer and I took it. I'm able to take most offers because my cost of goods is so low and still make a pretty good amount of money. All right, last item is a McDonald's employee shirt. I think this is my last employee shirt. I haven't been able to find them lately. I don't like looking through the t-shirt section though. It's just a zip, like McDonald's shirt. It was a size 4X. And it sold for $18.20. I think I sent an offer. Or it was on sale. It's going to Texas. I know, like, my husband, at his company, they make you purchase your uniform, so I imagine it's the same. And they are not cheap because of the brands that they use. So employee shirts are really good to pick up. I would just look them up, because not all of them. Okay. And that is all. That's all I have to ship today. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.